You do it before you speak to anyone, before you check your phone, before the world gets a chance to ask anything of you. You make the coffee. And then something happens inside your body that most people never think about. It starts before you even take a sip. The smell alone triggers your brain. Your neurons fire. Your body begins preparing for what it knows is coming. You have trained yourself so thoroughly that your biology responds to the aroma before the caffeine ever touches your lips. But the real story is happening inside your body. And it is stranger and more fascinating than you ever imagined. The moment that first sip travels down your throat, a quiet revolution begins. Your stomach receives the liquid. Your small intestine absorbs the caffeine into your bloodstream within 15 to 45 minutes. And then it reaches the brain. Here is what caffeine actually is. It is a molecule that looks almost identical to something your brain already produces. That something is called adenosine. Think of adenosine as your brain's fatigue messenger. Throughout the day, adenosine builds up in your brain and docks into special receptor sites, like a key fitting into a lock. When enough adenosine locks in, your brain gets the signal. Time to slow down. Time to sleep. Caffeine is an imposter. It fits into the same receptor locks that adenosine uses, but it does not send the sleep signal. It just sits there, blocking the door. Your fatigue messengers have nowhere to go. You feel alert. You feel awake. Not because caffeine gave you energy, but because it blocked the signal telling you that you were tired. Dr. Matthew Walker, neuroscientist and author of Why We Sleep, describes caffeine as one of the most misunderstood molecules in human history. It does not create wakefulness, he explains. It creates the illusion of wakefulness by concealing the fatigue that is still accumulating underneath. And that is the first surprise. You are not less tired after coffee. You are simply unable to feel how tired you are. But your body has other plans. While caffeine is busy blocking adenosine, something else wakes up. Your adrenal glands, two small organs sitting on top of your kidneys like tiny hats, receive a signal. That signal tells them to release adrenaline, the hormone your body uses for fight or flight. Suddenly, your heart rate increases. Your blood pressure rises slightly. Your liver releases stored glucose into your bloodstream, giving your cells a quick burst of fuel. Your pupils dilate. Your muscles tighten slightly, ready for action. Your body thinks something important is about to happen. All of this from a cup of coffee. Now ask yourself something. Does this happen every single day? Yes. Every morning, your adrenal glands fire. Your heart speeds up. Your stress hormones spike. And most people consider this completely normal because it is so familiar that it feels like how you are supposed to feel. But your organs have a different perspective. Your heart, working harder from the moment you wake up, pumping faster, adapting to the spike. Your adrenal glands, small but tireless, asked to perform a stress response before you have faced a single challenge of the day. Your liver, releasing glucose reserves that your body did not actually need for any physical threat. Your body is running a false alarm every morning. But here is where it gets genuinely fascinating, because the science does not stop at the alarm. It goes somewhere far more surprising. Research published in the New England Journal of Medicine followed more than 400,000 people over 13 years. The findings were striking. People who drank 3 to 5 cups of coffee per day had a significantly lower risk of dying from heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and several other chronic conditions compared to people who drank no coffee at all. A large meta-analysis involving over 1 million participants, reviewed by Frank Hu of the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health, found similar results, with habitual coffee drinkers showing reduced rates of type 2 diabetes, Parkinson's disease, and liver cirrhosis. How does a molecule that spikes your stress hormones every morning also appear to protect your heart and liver? The answer is not the caffeine alone. Coffee is one of the most chemically complex substances humans consume. A single cup contains over 1,000 distinct compounds. Many of them are antioxidants, molecules that neutralize free radicals, which are unstable particles that damage your cells. In the Western diet, coffee is actually the single largest source of antioxidants for most adults, not fruits or vegetables, not green tea. Coffee. Your liver, that quiet, uncelebrated organ working silently in the background, receives many of these compounds directly. And it responds. Studies show that regular coffee consumption reduces inflammation in the liver, slows the accumulation of scar tissue, and lowers the risk of liver cancer by up to 40% in habitual drinkers. Your liver, it turns out, loves coffee, even if your adrenal glands do not. But your body is always adapting. This is the part of the coffee story that almost nobody talks about. Within days of regular caffeine consumption, your brain begins to change. It grows more adenosine receptors, more locks on the doors. Because caffeine keeps blocking the existing ones, your brain compensates by installing new ones. This means you need more caffeine to achieve the same effect. Your baseline tolerance rises. The cup that once made you feel electric now feels like maintenance, just enough to feel normal. This is why skipping your morning coffee feels so brutal. It is not weakness. It is chemistry. When caffeine is absent, adenosine floods all those extra receptors your brain built. More adenosine than you would have had before you ever started drinking coffee. The fatigue hits harder. The headache arrives. The fog descends. Your brain is not punishing you for skipping coffee. It is recalibrating. But in that recalibration, you are feeling the debt that caffeine has been postponing for years. Dr. Roland Griffiths of Johns Hopkins University spent decades studying caffeine dependence and withdrawal. His research confirmed what coffee drinkers already suspected. Caffeine withdrawal is clinically real. It produces measurable symptoms including headaches, fatigue, irritability, difficulty concentrating, and even mild depression. And those symptoms begin as quickly as 12 to 24 hours after your last cup. Your body remembers what it was given, and it asks for it again. So what is the final truth about your daily coffee? The answer is beautifully complicated. Moderate coffee consumption, 3 to 5 cups per day for most adults, appears to carry genuine health benefits driven largely by its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory compounds. Your liver thrives on it. Your brain function improves. Your risk of several serious diseases decreases. But dependency is real. The stress hormone spike is real. The sleep interference is real, because caffeine has a half-life of 5 to 7 hours, meaning half of your afternoon cup is still active in your bloodstream at midnight. Your body has made peace with coffee. But peace is not the same as indifference. The same cup that protects your liver stresses your adrenal glands. The same molecule that sharpens your morning focus is quietly postponing your fatigue until it has nowhere left to go. Every morning, you reach for that cup not just because you want to, but because your brain rebuilt itself around the expectation of it. That ancient body of yours, shaped by millions of years of survival, was never designed for a daily adenosine blockade. And yet it adapted. It always adapts. It built new receptors, rewired its rhythms, and found a way to work with the molecule you keep giving it. You decided to drink coffee. Your body decided to become the kind of body that runs on it. And every morning, before you speak to anyone, before you check your phone, before the world asks anything of you, you reach for the cup again. Not because you are starting your day. Because your brain built a door and caffeine is the only key that fits. You're doing a lot of work. Iro Digo privacy is the only key that has the ability to listen to the people. You.